I'm back. Got this rototiller here to fix. Egg money. So we had a carburetor issue, is what we diagnosed as the problem. So we got a new pool starter, string, carburetor's clean. Then we had this as a problem. Belt that was running, but only gonna run for about an hour more. So got us a brand new belt. We'll put it on. Just like that. She should be ready to run. Brand new belt, carbs clean, new pool starter on. Let's give her a shot. Cost 280 pesos for a new belt. I don't think you could touch that in the States. Alrighty. Dad said he's gonna go and get the weed whacker. We'll knock down this grass. Here he comes actually with it now. See if we can get this borrowed weed whacker to start up, and then we're gonna go through and do this patch here. So for you that never operated one of these, choke here, then you got the throttle, then the gas shut off. You got your shut off switch, which this one's pretty hard to use. Then you got your throttle here, and you got your gear selector. We have it in first right now. That's what we'll run it in for the first little bit. Then we'll go into second. So we added this chicken manure to the ground, and if you can see here, there's a white piece, that's lime. That'll help get things growing as well as the chicken manure and rice hulls. So we're going to work that into the soil and cut down this grass here. But I'll show you how it works. Dad's just gonna work on getting the grass knocked down. Then after that, I'll come over with the rototiller and till it up. That stuff just gets all caught up inside of the rototiller and makes it have to work a lot harder. So knocking it down is gonna make it a lot easier. I'm gonna get some manure and spread it there where he's already done work. we just put down the rice hulls with manure and add this lime, bust it up so that it can become water soluble in rain and penetrate deeper in the soil, and then rototill it in. Alright. Like I said, another problem barring tool is this one here. Needs the string, and all we had is nylon, and that'll work, but only so long. So I'm gonna till this spot in that he just did, and while he goes and gets more string. fixed. Give my dad a call. Tell him to grab gas while he's out. Hi, Alma. Alright, well, while he's gone doing that, I'm gonna work on getting more of this. Well, in fact, I'm just gonna work on the lettuce for a moment while he's busy. Grab my my bag that way. No one gets into it. So yeah, if this is your first time watching, this is our little ministry ag project. We have chicken houses, piles of chickens, and this greenhouse, which we grow hydroponic lettuce in. But yeah, I'm gonna cup up some lettuce right now while my dad's out grabbing string and fuel. Yeah. Hi, Paul. I was looking at your vlog channel last night. That's glad to see there's other people trying to do the similar things. This is our hydroponic lettuce that I'm working on right now. Yeah, we just have this sack here of what they call cocoa peats. They take the coconut and take the core out and turn it into a fine powder. And then I just take these lettuce seedlings one by one and pull them out. Make a little indentation for the soil to go into. Like that. Gently tap it in, cover the cocoa peat over top, that way it does a good job to wick the moisture. Yeah, I do have quite a few chickens. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll have more than 100 pieces so that I can start selling them, because I'd like to become sufficient with the food supply for my family and selling also. We've been doing this stuff on the ground for the last year. It's amazing to have a chair. If you have any questions about our lettuce operation, be sure to ask in the comments below and I'll get to you whenever I got a second here. That's my sister-in-law just came by while I was working on the rototiller, and my father-in-law is in charge of sales, and sometimes he's not in charge of sales, but he oftentimes has vendors that need eggs, so it was nice to know that I didn't have to do most of the legwork there, and she brought me the cash from Papa's selling. And then her brother sold some of this lettuce here in his school to some teachers and maybe students too, I don't know. She gave me that money as well. So we're already net positive a little bit today for cash, even though we had to buy string, we had to buy a belt for the rototiller out there. So it's nice that even though we're spending out money, we're also getting in money every day. As I sold lettuce yesterday with my wife in town. I'll be posting a vlog about that here around lunchtime. But yeah, we took our lettuce in the market to sell and got some stuff for dinner. I never do a very good job vlogging what I eat every day, but it is always vegetables or dried fish or local pork or imported pork, depending on what's available here. But yeah, we got a little bit of a farm going here, and it's going pretty smooth starting this year. I just had my baby in December, so my wife had our baby in December, I should say, and yeah, so we kind of took I took a back seat to working in the garden, and my dad has got plenty of medical ministry things that he does, running patients to Kalibo, the local city here, or I don't even know if I'd call it a city, but it's where the hospitals are. So he's been pretty busy running people around, and in December he was busy running us around because our baby was about to be born. My brother and his wife are soon to have their baby boy, hopefully today. When that happens, I'll have to feed his chickens, and I'll show you guys the way he does his operation. He's a lot more meticulous than I am, even though I've become a little more organized in the new year. The vlog sure helps, gives me something to document and share with you guys. But yeah, this is our lettuce operation. We've got 200 pieces of lettuce going in this week, and we sell it 25 pieces at a time, because that equals about 1,000 pesos and makes it worthwhile making the trip in and spending, I don't know, it's not quite 100 pesos in fuel, but you don't want to bring in any less than 1,000, and if you bring in any more than 1,000, then my vendor says the stock goes bad. So hey John, how's Nika doing? Your ears are burning. I just said that hopefully you guys have your kid here today. Just cupping up lettuce right now. Dad went to go get some string for the weed eater. We're gonna go and level off all this grass and rototill the soil up, and probably starting next Monday plant something, Lord willing. We got to get the plastic up on this other half of the greenhouse soon, but we've been chasing our tail for the last month or more, so haven't made time to do that. We got a couple laborers that are building housing projects for widows here, and as soon as they get done with this last house, I think they're going to come here and give us a hand tarping the greenhouse and pouring concrete for these footers on the beds, because we never poured concrete for these ones. We were intentionally trying to make it so that it was easy to tear up if we ever had to do so. But now we have a 5-year lease on the property, and we decided that pouring a piece of concrete about the size of half of this tray wouldn't be the end of the world. We could probably get that ripped up. So We're gonna pour footers for the legs on the hydroponics on the other side, and then I don't know if I think we're decided to do angle iron instead of this rounded galvanized pipe, although it's a little cheaper than galvanized pipe, I believe. If y'all are commenting and I'm not seeing it, my apologies. I just apparently have good enough signal to live, but I never see the comments till after, and I can never tell if they're just comments that people are posting after watching it on my page after I'm not live, or what. I'm real new to this vlogging. That's a good question for y'all. Is it vlogging if it's alive? I feel like there's have to be two different things. So if y'all didn't know, I've got a YouTube channel. It's called Future-Farmers-of-Aklan on yeah, it's on YouTube. I just said that, a YouTube channel. It's about my life doing agriculture here in Malai, or Aklan. But yeah, if you could go and check out my YouTube channel, Future-Farmers-of-Aklan, it should be linked on my Facebook page for you to be able to just click on the video of my first vlog. I'm sorry if you get seasick or motion sick. It was my first vlog, so it was reasonable content, but horrible filming. The plan is if I can get members on Facebook here or members on YouTube, then I'll be able to use the money I get from that to buy a better camera, like a DJI or something like that. Or if there's anyone out there who has one used that doesn't use it, I'd be more than willing to give you whatever you think is fair, because I don't need something new. I'm just starting at this. I can buy something new whenever I'm actually successful. But I've got a lot to learn, and I don't know. I've been watching plenty of vloggers and YouTube over the last couple of years. I got an idea of how they do it all, but it takes a lot of effort. And so right now I'm just doing the lives because it's the minimal effort. Just click go live and talk, and hopefully someone comes and joins and says something or asks questions, or yeah. But yeah, check me out, Future-Farmers-of-Aklan on YouTube. Should be there on my Facebook page. I just started it seriously after the first of the year. I had another local vlogger come and visit the farm, so I thought it was time to record some content that way, and they recorded a lot better content than I did, so you can check their YouTube channel out. It's Karen, excuse me, James and Karen Adventures. They are here in Aklan also. But Yeah, they got a little bit of farming operation. Got a couple pigs and a little piece of land. And a very interesting story. You should check out my YouTube video interview with James and Karen. But yeah, so they were kind of the ones that inspired me to, I don't know. Honestly, the person who inspired me was my mother-in-law. She came in the other day and was, I don't know that she was living or anything, but taking a video of me and Papa doing things in the, must have been the first. But yeah, she came in and was showing people on video how we're doing ag here in Malai, and I just thought, well, I ought to give it a shot. Maybe people would love to see the work that I do. It doesn't seem like anything special to me, but if y'all keep tuning in, I'll keep doing it. Even if no one does tune in, I'll probably still keep doing it because it's a good way to share what we're doing here, and for me to have a backlog of things that I did. And yeah. Anybody got some good ideas of what we should try in the hydroponic next? I'd love to hear it. We've been doing lettuce because it's easy to market and easy to grow. 45 days from when they pop up to when we sell them. Yeah, we did peppers at one point, and that was really good. But the problem with peppers is you don't get that many. I don't know. We got about 2 or 3 jars out of a row of peppers, and it made for a good pickled pepper that my mom has at the house. But I just feel like the lettuce is something there's a higher demand for. There's plenty of peppers around, and you can't really tell the difference between a hydroponic pepper, aside from the fact that they seem to be pretty big. But as we got mulberry going in the corner over here, just a little experiment. But yeah, I've seen people do all kinds of hydroponic things, but comment down below what you'd like to see in the greenhouse next, and we'll see if we can source some seeds and plant it. Especially if you'd love to buy some, then we would love to grow it for you. Dad's back with strings, so we're gonna get back to tilling. Got about half the tray done there. Here's the ones Dad did yesterday. These are most of the ones I just did now. Yeah, we'll get back to tilling. Sorry, guys. Hey, Dirt. Hey Denise, hey Dirt, hey John. Getting this section here ready to plant next week. Hey, Gavin! Man, that has been way too long. Life's pretty good. Just became a dad last December. And yeah, we're working on our ag project here. We kind of let it go over Christmas and now we got all this grass growing. But yeah, how are you doing, man? Hi Denise. Oh, I'm good, thank you. Jan, she's at class right now, so she's doing reasonable, I'd guess, because just having a baby in December and back to class already. So the baby's doing just fine. She's there with her at class as well. Thanks, Gavin. You're a dad too? Funny how a couple years in adulthood will just make people dads. definitely a blessing, but definitely not what I expected. It's a lot harder than what I expected, I guess. Thanks, Denise. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to stop in high time here this spring or early summer.
just shut it down quickly, it'll. Yeah.
All right, get some more manure for that other side. Yeah, that's my dad, Denise. He's here to give me a hand, get this stuff in gear so we can plant starting next week. I'm not even sure anyone's still on. Gavin Northern from MGBC was on just a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
He's apparently a dad now too.
Yeah.
It's funny how adulthood does.
Gavin?
Yeah, Gavin.
Yeah, okay, I haven't heard his name in a while. I'm like, wait, I know, yeah.
Anybody still in? Go ahead and comment something down below if you're still watching. Oh boy. Down goes the phone. And my stand's broke again. I'll just stick you guys right here for the time being. Fix you here in a minute. Don't rotate your device, it says. Okay. How's that for you, Facebook? Let's get you all fixed up here. So I bought this stand last year for, I think it was less than 100 pesos. So $2. It's definitely a $2 stand. I have to fix it at least twice a day. But I'll tell you what, it beats setting you up against something. Always. Someone's there and getting likes. do it. Can't keep the string on?
No, every time I hit something hard, it breaks. If I stay in the grass, but when I got, anytime I hit an old, like those marigolds there, or it breaks. Trying it a different way this time. See if that helps. But it's helping not wrapping on the last time I tried this in high grass, it just wrapped, yeah, like, it's definitely worth the time to cut stuff off.
Anyone still in the comments? Give me a like if you're there. Alright, I'm gonna kill that new spot and then we'll have half of it to do in the afternoon. I don't know if Dad will be able to help me then or not. Let's see if I can reposition y'all. Get you a better shot. Alright, let's get a switch up in the view here. Yeah, that's pretty good. hit an irrigation line. There's, I don't know, 10 square meters done before lunchtime. Anybody in the chat? Yeah, whoop. Stand's broken again. Yeah. I'd say that's about 10 square meters. We're gonna probably plant okra or whatever you guys have for ideas to plant. I'll do this half here after lunch. Dad's got this half already all beaten down. Do that tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this lettuce here while I got a couple minutes waiting on Dad, and then go home for lunch. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for especially those who commented. Gavin, we gotta call sometime or do something other than just chatting here in live, but yeah, it's a pretty overcast day. Makes for good. There y'all can see the planes coming in, Aklan. About one every hour. But yeah, we're gonna cup up some lettuce here real quick and go to lunch real shortly. I just want to finish up this tray. And I want to fix this stand again. I'll show you all how I've been doing this. There was a spring in here once upon a time, but as you can see, there's a cut inside that, and it makes it so it just falls apart. So if anyone want to send $2, I'm joking, I got $2. But yeah, I just like fixing things, I guess, once every hour. And it's just simple. Real simple fix. I can do it with my hands. Just center down. A little more. Just like that. It ain't perfect. But really, nothing in life ever is. And just tighten her up, and we'll continue with our live. I wish it showed me how long I've been live. It's been at least an hour, I would say. For any of y'all that are tuning in just now, my name's Levi Russell, and we do agriculture here in Aklan, Aklan, and I have a YouTube channel called Future-Farmers-of-Aklan. If you want to go to my Facebook page, you should have a link there to my first vlog. That was just a couple days ago. I've posted a couple videos since, but YouTube doesn't want to verify my numbers, so I haven't been able to do a full 30-minute vlog, so I'm just doing lives here with y'all. Here comes my sister-in-law. We'll see if Jazzy will come in and say hi. Jazzy, ano sala? Ano sala, Jazzy? Ah. Can't hear her at all. She could hear me. I hope the video quality has been good for y'all. It looks good on my end, but I am the one filming, so. And what I mean by quality is like not choppy. I know I can do better setting y'all up for better angles, and I'm sure you've had a hard time hearing me, even though I've been speaking awfully loud. I'm sure everyone thinks I'm crazy. But I just talk to myself anyhow, so nothing new. Yeah, I want to shout out everybody who joined. There was a vlog channel. Can't think of her name for the life of me. She commented, so you all will see that. Thank you for your comment and watching. Then we had John, my brother, watched for a while. He never said anything. A couple other different people. Denise and Gavin, thank you for the conversation. I haven't talked to either of you guys. I haven't talked to Gavin since 2020 probably. And Denise, it's been at least a year. It was good to hear from both of y'all. Hear about your lives. And congratulations, Gavin, on being a dad. We're twinsies, I guess you could say. Not really, but I'm sure you've got a interesting experience all on your own, and I'd suggest that you savor every moment, record what you can, because you're not going to remember all the things you want to remember. I sure can't. That's why I try to do these vlogs, try to remember what life was like. Was it happy? Was it tough? I try to make it all happy, but sometimes it's just not that way. I was watching a vlog from another guy, Raymond, last night. And before he posted the vlog, he posted on his Facebook channel. He said, the best disguise in this life is a smile. And boy, isn't that true. How we just smile and make everyone around us think that life's going good. Whenever sometimes things are hard. Raymond's got it made. He's got himself a church that's like this greenhouse, all glass and transparent, and nice praise and worship team, and nice metal roof, nice house. But then again, I've got it real good too. I get to live on the beach, have a beautiful wife, little girl. We'll get to do ag every day. For some people don't get to do this. I'm really blessed to have a nice phone to share my lives on, good connection. Thanks to my wife. Thank you, wife, for loading me with 100 gigabytes to get my YouTube channel started. I wonder how many gigabytes I go through shooting an hour live. Probably don't want to know. But yeah, life's good here in the Philippines. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm sure it's hard for everybody at times. I often feel, how selfish am I to complain about how hard my life is whenever it's so much harder for others. So if you're feeling it's hard today, maybe it is hard, but drop one. maybe it is hard, but just think about how much the Lord has blessed you and how much harder other people might have it. Don't compare yourself to others. Lots of people will make life look real nice, and it's really not. See if I can rescue this one that I dropped. There's not a lot of root on these. I'll show you this one because I messed it up. These are just starting. Messed this one up. Oh boy, dropped it again. But yeah, there's just a little bit of stem there. That's why we try to get all that soil to come with it, because it's key for it to grow. We'll see how well this one will grow now that it's been separated from its soil. Pinch up that soil, put it in the cup, make a spot for it, tuck her in, and just hope and pray. It's only 2 paces at this point, but until they're all said and done, it's about 28 paces to make one of these heads. I'll show you. You guys probably can't see from down there. This is what a 40 peso head looks like. It goes from one of these tiny little cups to that in 45 days. It sells for 40 pesos, so you got a peso a day of growth. Yeah, they market for a lot more than that, but that's what we do. But I think it is already 12. Yep, it's 12 o'clock, so y'all enjoy your lunch, and we'll catch you on the next live. Peace. God bless y'all.